Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. David here, and just got a quick message for you this morning. See if you can hang in there for a little bit. Uh, so, you know, I don't know. I'm so grateful. I really am. I'm grateful because I find myself in a position in life where um, where I can share, where I can point the finger towards what works, and it's just I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Um, my mission, if you will, my prayer is to be of service, to carry a message of love, of awakening, of possibility, and and and, uh, and and it seems that mostly that message is being directed these days towards the uh, alcoholic or the addict or their family. And, um, you know, I say with compassion, it's a difficult place to be when we're caught in the grips of the disease of alcoholism or addiction. It's definitely a difficult place to be because we can't see out. We just cannot see out. We're like trapped, you know. Um, I mean, to some degree, most of us are asleep, but the alcoholic and the addict is totally consumed by um, fear and you know and anger and resentment and you know um, doubt and what about me and so it's really tough and it's a tough place to be. I'm just sharing with you. It's a tough place to be. So if you have an addict or an alcoholic in your home and or your family, know that there's a lot of pain there, and so have compassion, a lot, tons of compassion. You know, my phone rang last night about 2 in the morning, and this young fella called me, and it's the first time he's ever called me, and I know that it wasn't an easy call. It's 2 in the morning, and he's not well. He's in pain, and he's drunk, and but he's can see out enough to know that he needs help, and why does he turn to, um, you know, uh, some old guy like me? Well, I'm just the same as so many millions of people in the world who have an answer for him, who actually can lead him out of the darkness. I can't heal him, but I can help him to see out of the darkness, and because he's in a dark place, a very dark place, and so I don't take a call like that lightly. I like that's an honor to get a call like that, so if you're in recovery, you know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. You've either made those calls or you've received them or both. And because we have something that can't be found really anywhere else. It doesn't seem that generally that the therapist is going to be able to help them because uh, you know the darkness that is there that we can kind of shine the light into with our compassion, with our understanding, because we've been there, with our love, because we know the way out is different than what even the well-meaning therapists generally can do. And God bless them, they must be so frustrated. Working with the real alcoholic or the addict is very frustrating for professionals. It's like, holy shit, what do I do with this guy? I've tried everything, you know, and um, you know, recognize that alcoholism and addiction comes to everybody. It doesn't skip any social economic. It's open to everybody, all religions. The disease affects everybody, all creeds, all ages. Honestly, very young and very old. I had a guy call me the other day, and he's looking at recovery and he's in his 60s, and it's his first time. My gosh. um, you, those calls don't come easy. and they're out of desperation. So I want to say how grateful I am that we do have an answer. You know, it isn't actually that complicated. It really isn't, and there is an answer. And um, Dr. Jung, Carl Gustav Jung, in the very very early days of the 12-step program, or even before the book was written, in the late 30s, had said that the only thing that could happen that would save the addict or the alcoholic was a complete psychic change, a complete change of thinking, and then for us who are in recovery, we have to live that change. So it isn't just that we have a kindly moment and decide, well, I'm going to try and help an alcoholic or an addict. We have to live that, and be available, take those calls, and because it's kind of the terms of the agreement. It is. It's the terms of the agreement. So you know, love, God. I can't say that I understand those things. I just know that when I'm available, when I say yes, that it's there. I don't have to be ready in a way. It's already there. When I say yes, how can I help? And boom, we're in the moment. We're ready, and that energy comes through us. And we can reach out a hand to the addict or the alcoholic in the middle of the night that, wouldn't, there's nowhere to go for that. So a compassionate one. So that's my talk. That's my thoughts for today. You and I, if we're in recovery, have something, an invaluable gift. And many times, I see young fellas come into recovery and they think they're getting sober so that they can go back to work. And maybe that's true too. But even going back to work means we have to be available to give away what's been so freely given us. Okay? The core message, which is that we are that love. Bill Wilson said that deep down inside every man, woman, and child was this fundamental idea of God. This, and so we are that. We don't have to learn it. We are that, and we wake up to that we are love. And I know it sounds a little mystical, but it's the deal. And so we don't have to think about it. There's, yes, in the 12 steps, there's lots of little practical things for bringing us back into the moment. Lots of them, practical things, little prayers. Those are very practical. Little watch fors. We're watching for selfishness. We're watching for fear. And we have little ways of moving through so that those things don't ruin or rule our lives. But in the essence, though, it's this relationship with the moment, with God, with love, that keeps us happy, joyous, and free, baby. Happy, joyous, and free. Imagine, from the middle of the night, I'm going to kill myself phone call, to months later, totally transformed. That can happen and does happen all the time. So, if you're an addict or an alcoholic, really, uh, call, call me or call somebody else that has the solution. And family and children, and just opportunity to serve. Um, yeah, so that's it. Okay. I wonder sometimes where these messages come from. Do I have glasses? No, not today. We're going glassesless. Glassesless. Anyway, what's the date? Do we know the date? I think it is the March the 17th. Gosh, look at that time. March the 17th. Here we go into March 16th, 17th. Okay, you guys, we're going to read from this little book I've been reading from, and I never read it before I kind of do whatever of a little talk that I give, but often it's like, oh my gosh, what's written is close often to what I've said. Let's see how it goes. March 17th, thought for the day. Um, so the 12 steps, or the fellowship, or also helps us hang on to sobriety. The fellowship is amazing. What happens in recovery, and as we grow in awareness and understanding and relationship with this moment, with the higher power, with love, we're in this. We have the availability of the fellowship around us all the time, of people that are on the same path, and that's beautiful. And it helps us to remember that we can slip back. And because we watch it, people do fall away, and we bury people all the time, who fell away. So the fellowship is amazing. So the fellowship also helps us hang on to sobriety. It says, by having regular meetings so that we can associate with other alcoholics and addicts who have come through the same door in the wall, by encouraging us to tell the story of our own sad experiences with alcohol and drugs, by showing us how to help other alcoholics and addicts. The 12 steps keep us sober. So it's an intricate part, is how to help the other alcoholics and addicts. Our attitude towards life changes from one of pride and selfishness to one of humility and gratitude. Boom, boom, amen. Am I going to step back through that door in the wall to my old helpless, hopeless, drunken life? So he refers to the door in the wall because the day before, in March 16th, he talked about how we hit the wall, boom, and if we're lucky, we bounce, right? Meditation for the day. Withdraw, it says, into the calm of communion with God, or higher self, universal intelligence, love, many concepts that fit that word, Rest in this calm and peace. When the soul finds its home of rest in God, then it is that real life begins, happy, joyous, and free. Only when we are calm and serene can we do good work. I was listening to a teacher this morning, and his advice was, be quiet, sit quietly, like be quiet, be here now, be quiet. And we really need that. That's why every day when we do this, I do a little meditation to kind of encourage everybody to be quiet, find that stillness. Only when we're calm and serene can we do good work. Emotional upsets make us useless. The eternal life is calmness. When a man enters into that, then he lives as an eternal being. Calmness is based on complete trust in this moment, or God, or love, complete trust. Nothing in this world can separate you from the love of God, or the God of love. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may wear the world like a loose garment. I pray that I may keep serene in the center of my being. Well, we are serene in the center of our being. I think what he's praying for is, may he access that sereneness, that isness, that stillness. And one of the ways to do that is to sit quietly, to be here now, this second. See, all thought is of the past. So if we can be here in this moment without thought, that doesn't mean that thought doesn't roll around, but just, it's okay to just let it go, like the clouds in the sky. Just let it go. Thought seems to have a mind of its own, if you will. And so like clouds going by, just, yeah, be here now. So close your eyes. We're going to have a little short little meditation, very short. Just drop in. Sometimes we use the breath just to bring us in. Breath is kind of like laughter. When we're laughing, we're not thinking, are we? We're just here. We're just totally free in that laughter. And same with breath. We kind of focus on the breath. We're not thinking, we're here. Just be still. Okay. So you can stay in this space. Just there's no need to come back. I'm gonna leave you. Love you so much. Love it if you subscribe on YouTube. Okay. Love you, love you, love you.